fans is to continue to keep watching me on this journey to my world title championship. Stay tuned. It's coming soon. September 19th. We put on a show, 26-0, 24 knockouts coming.
Any negotiations taking place at some point?
Yeah, there was definitely conversations between Matchroom and Top Rank on that. Some numbers were discussed. We had to kind of halt those because our strict instructions for Ennis are, I want to unify.
Yeah.
And if I can't unify, I'll either move to 154 and fight Ortiz, or potentially we could fight Teofimo Lopez. I like the Lopez fight, but all he wants to do is unify. So we're going to exhaust those conversations with the champions. And if we can't make it, we could fight Lopez or we could fight Ortiz. But you will see, whatever happens, you will see Ennis either in a unification or a massive.
There are just so many questions when it comes to this whole Jaron Ennis situation. I mean, first of all, Jaron already said that he wants to unify and he doesn't want to move up to 154 right now. But what I don't understand is if he already said he wants to unify and told Eddie Hearn this, how come they're not already in negotiations with the other welterweight champions? I mean, Eddie said he did have discussions with Top Rank about making a fight against Jaron Ennis and Lopez, but how could there be discussions for an Ennis-Lopez fight before there are any discussions with the other welterweight champions? Because it's already been a while since Jaron Ennis, he turned down moving up to 154 and said that he wants to unify first. Listen, Eddie has made it very clear on multiple interviews, including this one, that he wants to go in a different direction than Boots wants to go. Jaron has consistently said that his main goal right now is to become an undisputed champion. And Eddie Hearn's goal is to put Jaron Ennis in the biggest fights right now, which makes sense. And I actually agree with Eddie Hearn in this situation, at least when it comes to the Teofimo Lopez fight. That is a massive fight and would be one of the biggest fights of 2025. But just real quick, going back to what Eddie Hearn said and what he didn't say. You know, he said that they did have talks with Teofimo Lopez's people, Top Rank. But at the same time, I remember right after the Ennis fight at the post-fight press conference, Eddie Hearn, he had said that he already has been contacted by Stanionis's people, but we've never got an update on that. We don't know if Eddie Hearn, once again, if he even tried to make that fight, considering the fact that his fighter, Jaron Ennis, wants to unify right now. Now, even though I personally think that Jaron, he should go after the Teofimo Lopez fight first, I think the main reason why Jaron wants to unify is because old media has made it such a big deal to become undisputed in the weight class. So Jaron wants to follow Terrence Crawford's lead. You guys have to remember when Usyk became undisputed at cruiserweight, he didn't even beat any big names. All of the guys that he beat were guys that we had never heard of. And old media put Usyk down as top 5 pound for pound after he became the undisputed cruiserweight champion. So this might be the reason why Jaron is hell-bent on trying to become undisputed before he does anything else. But Jaron, he better make sure he knows what he's doing right now, because if he passes up on this Teofimo Lopez fight, then he risks letting someone else beat Lopez before he can do it. Like Brian Norman, the other welterweight champion. For those of you guys who don't know, this is a fight that Bob Arum, he's already been trying to make. But Teofimo Lopez, he turned down the fight. Teo was supposed to fight Brian Norman in October. That was Bob Arum's plan. But because Teo turned down the fight, he ended up losing that date. And that's the reason why Teofimo has been out of the ring for so long. So if the Ennis versus Lopez fight doesn't happen, I would assume that Arum, he would try to make Teofimo Lopez versus Brian Norman Jr. And you know, there's something else I want to bring up too. When there was first news of Teofimo Lopez wanting to fight Jaron Ennis, when Teofimo first called out Jaron Ennis, I made a video on it saying that this is a big fight, etc., etc. And the funny thing is, I had some of my Mexican viewers and other Latinos already accusing Jaron Ennis of trying to cherry pick Teofimo Lopez. They were in my comment section saying I thought he wanted to unify. Now he's trying to cherry pick Teofimo Lopez. Now that there's news of Jaron Ennis saying that he still wants to unify first, those fans are now saying he's ducking Teofimo Lopez. We know what time it is. But according to Eddie Hearn, Jaron did say If they cannot get one of the other champions in the ring to unify, the backup plan is to fight Teofimo Lopez, which makes all the sense in the world. So let's see how it all plays out. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Key Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodkey.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.